Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olson. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30.
The Cowboys take
and they will finally get it. Down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
There we go.
Right to the air is Prescott. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
First down.
That one good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
There we go. Kill. Yeah. 26.
On the play fake, Dak. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20.
That's another
17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
17 yards. First down, Dallas.
Yeah! 26.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
13-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3.
Yeah! There we go. What do you think?
Blue now on the zone read. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Cowboys first down.
There we go.
1st and goal, Dallas.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown Cowboys. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Aubrey good with the extra point. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the
So now,
Cowboys.
after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Go ahead.
The lefty right to the air to start. To the outside, he's got Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Wait. Solo left Zion. Ready, set.
From the gun, here's Tua. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Dolphins first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Go ahead.
Again, it's Tua. He'll complete that to the rookie from Auburn. And he will score! Dolphins. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go! Wide 80! What is it? On first and 10, Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. Instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll be second down. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 25
They
yards.
get 25 on that connection. First down, Cowboys.
First down.
Dak gonna give this to Blue. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 23-yard line.
A gain of 29
That pickup good for 29 yards.
Another Cowboys.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
He's got room to roam. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
That's another.
That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Cowboys.
There we go.
That is Ferguson in motion. Dak going to throw it here on first down. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
What do you think? They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jaden Blues. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Dolphins 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for
So
the
now,
Cowboys.
after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A first carry here for Devon Achane. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. York now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Yeah. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's complete to Blue. Now he's loose at the 40. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at
nice play design here by the offensive coordinator. His ability to get the quarterback outside the pocket, take some stress off the protection. By the time he reaches the launch point, the receiver's running wide open downfield, and he puts the ball right on the money. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
It's 3rd down and 5.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. And we're back to South Florida after this. Third and 5.
Go ahead. Ready,
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 15 on that game. First down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard
3rd downs,
line.
Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
That's
13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Ready.
Throwing is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he will get into the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. numbers
His kick
11,
is
12
good.
on the season.
That ties the game at 21
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go! Wide, ain't it? What do you think? Prescott on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Yeah! From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. Still on his feet. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys go up by 7. 28-21.
21. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
So now,
for the
after the
Cowboys.
touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go ahead. What a team! He's right. No,
They'll start on the ground. It's Achan. He'll manage only a couple. That's Henry Toto on the tackle.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Ready.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That one out wide to Achan. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. Open man, left side, he's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw for Tua. Open man, Malik Washington. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready. Out.
Tua to throw again. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a lot of ways for defensive linemen to disrupt the passing game. That's everything about today's modern NFL. How do you disrupt the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable? Of course, sacking him is a great way, but even getting your hands up in those throwing lanes and tipping passes, that is so frustrating for these quarterbacks.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Ready. 18. 21 G's. Turbo 2, ice jab. Ice jab. Turbo 2, ice jab. Ready, set.
They snap it to Tua. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
Slide. Set.
To throw is Tua. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Deron Bland. And a nice job there on that return. Gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
Out of the gun, a give to Blue. A big hole. And he's got another one. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas.
The kicker on.
It is his third touchdown of the game. And 18 now on the season.
His kick is good.
Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Get set.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He's got room to the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
32 yards.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
So,
line.
2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
All right, scat.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
5-yard gain on the play.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of
We don't
2.
give these big guys
Brings
enough
up
credit,
second
Mike, just
and
how
12.
fast these defensive
At the
tackles
Cowboys'
really are.
29-yard
Here he
line.
uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Maris Leofau.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Hey, 47. Yeah, Billy. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing right, it's taken in,
It's a gain of
and they'll be
16
set up
yards.
now. Up past the 40 with that
for a
one.
Cowboys
That's a
first
timeout
down.
for Dallas. It's
First
their
and
second.
10 at the
As the clock will
42-yard
stop with
line.
35 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Yeah, Billy, go. 26.
First down, Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
A gain of 17
That's his
yards.
third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a
Shotgun
Cowboys
snap for
first
Prescott.
down.
This one complete right side. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well at the 17-yard line.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cowboys.
They'll throw again. Dak. This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back.
Kill!
Again, Prescott to the air. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And how about this? Here comes the reverse. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
Very
for the Cowboys.
one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Tua gonna give it to Achan. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
All right, come on.
Now it's Tua. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Henry TuoTuo. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 38-yard line.
Yeah!
Dak going to run with it himself. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Yeah! Here we go. Wide, ain't it? I got you, baby. I got you. What is it?
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the handoff, Blue. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
At the 18-yard line. 8 yards.
Here's
on the
2nd
pickup.
and 2.
2nd and 2.
Yeah! What is it?
Prescott now. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Hey, here we go.
A gain of 3 on the
All
play.
right, hey.
First down,
20,
Dallas.
A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys.
On for the point after.
2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Good. Makes the score Cowboys.
That is yet
45.
another touchdown pass. What a
21.
game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Brandon Aubrey to kick
So
off
now,
for the
after the
Cowboys.
touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Great coverage there by the kick
Dolphins
team.
take over
He's
first
down
and
inside
10
the 10-yard line.
at their own 7-yard line.
Ready. Sit down.
A run up the middle with Achan. And this is going nowhere. He's going backwards to the 4-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Ready. Set.
Out of the gun, Tunga Vailoa. That's taken in by Achan.
Tunga Vailoa's
It'll
pass
get about 6
complete
before
to
he's
Devon
taken down.
Achan.
There's a
It's
lot
a
of ways
gain
to
of
get the ball in the
6.
hands of your running
Brings up
backs, and it's
3rd
not always by
and
just handing it
6.
to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Go ahead.
Tua gonna throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
2 yards on the
From the
pickup.
33,
It's
here's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Set. Out.
Here's Tunga Vailoa. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they will bring him down on the other side of
It's a gain
midfield.
23 yards.
They'll pick
And
up
the Dolphins
23 on that
first
one.
down.
First down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
East right. Six guy. Check 6 guy. Hey, get set. Set.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achan. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Ball carrier taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8.
Drift. Out. Ready. Set.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Ready. 22.
Here we go on 4th down with Tua. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on downs. They'll start this on the ground with blue. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, here we go.
Again, it's blue, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Wide,
Probably see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 36
It's another
yards.
big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A run once more with blue. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal. Good running gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Yeah!
4. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think...
And he will score again. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas.
The kicker on for the extra
Make it
point.
4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
The kick
Aubrey,
is good.
with the extra point.
Makes the score
The Cowboys stretch things
52,
out even further.
Dolphins 21.
So now, after the touchdown,
Brendan
out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And
The
a
Dolphins
solid
take over
run back
1st
there.
and
He'll
10
get this out
at their
past
own
the 30-yard line. Here's a handoff to Achan, running left. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 35.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Once again, it's Achan. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
They'll run right here. It's Achan.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A carry now for Strong. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Yeah, and he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's another Dolphins first down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, ball sitting at the 7, first and goal.
Ready. Ready, set.
Here's Achan. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal.
Second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal.
Yeah, ready.
One more time, it's Achan. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Achan, and he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
It's now
what can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line, and not only do they come up with a big third down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up fourth down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. The offense is staying put. It'll be fourth and goal. They'll run with Achan. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. York good on the extra point. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer.
Dolphins 28.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They finish off the regular season with some momentum, and they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next week in the wild card round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.